So when we go into a situation where there's blood on a surface, the first thing we do is we'll do a cleaning wipe and remove as much physical blood from the surface that we can. And the surface that we're cleaning really depends on how much is going to be released. Is it a hard surface like this table that can easily be wiped, or is it a porous subfloor? In that case, we'll usually end up just pulling that subfloor out. Possibly use some of our specialized cleaners to lift that blood out of the subfloor first. But really we fall back on best practices of how to remove blood and do our jobs the proper way. We'll verify whether we removed all the blood. One, if we have to remove the surface, we know the blood's going to be gone. The surface is being removed. If it's a surface that we can't remove, then the next thing we do is we just clean until we don't see any more evidence of that blood. When we're initially trying to determine if it is blood, we'll use something like a peroxide to see if it reacts to the blood on that surface. So really it falls down to visualizing what we're doing and using best practices, knowing that if we're cleaning, following up by disinfecting, that surface will be clean. If there's a visual presence left, if it's something we can't remove, then the next final step we do is an encapsulation. Cover that area with some sort of encapsulant.